When people think about seminary, there are lots of options out there. So I want to say something about why you should consider Southern Evangelical Seminary. My name is Richard Howe. I'm Emeritus Professor of Philosophy and Apologetics here at Southern Evangelical Seminary in Charlotte, North Carolina. Here at Southern Evangelical Seminary, we deliberately try to integrate our theology, our philosophy, and our apologetics. Theologically, we are very committed to evangelical theology, a commitment to a high view of Scripture, its inerrancy, and its infallibility, along the lines of the International Council on Biblical Inerrancy. And we take a very deliberate stand of recognizing the Bible as God's special revelation to us and serves as a final court of appeal in these matters of faith. But undergirding how we understand, and a lot of the categories according to which we do our theology, arises out of the philosophy of the ancient Greeks, what we call classical philosophy. It's the same philosophy that provided the contours according to which a lot of our precious doctrines in theology were formulated, like the Trinity or the two natures of Christ. And so that philosophy has waned in a lot of seminaries in contemporary evangelicalism. And so we deliberately want to see what a sound approach to God's revelation of Himself through creation, that it can provide this sound approach of how to understand the contours of our theology. And because of this sound application of reason to God's revelation of Himself through creation, it gives us this classical apologetics, according to which we understand the important role that natural theology provides. Psalm 19 says that the heavens declare the glories of God and the firmament shows His handiwork. Romans 1:20 says that the invisible attributes of God are clearly seen through the things that are made. Romans chapter 2 tells us how the works of the law are written on the heart. Acts 14 tells us how God providentially superintends the affairs of the entire human race throughout all time and throughout all places. And we learn these things through this sound reason. So in our apologetics, we understand that there's a role that this plays in our defense of the Christian faith. So what we do, built upon principles of sound reason like objectivity of truth and objectivity of morality, we're able to establish things like the existence of God and demonstrate that. And then having established the existence of God as a truth, then we are able to argue for the specifics of the Christian faith, where we can see the historical reliability of the Bible and Jesus' claims to deity and what Jesus even says about what the Bible is. This integration of our evangelical theology, classical philosophy, and our classical apologetics, I think is what makes SES unique among seminary options. And this is true no matter what your chosen vocation is, whether it's a professional ministry in things like the mission field, or being a pastor of a church, or whether it's an academic where you want to be a professor of theology or apologetics, or whether you are in the marketplace of ideas in your course of work, whether it's in corporate America or the public schools or whatever it is. I think that what SES has to offer can serve as the basis of a sound training of you to be able to be a part of advancing the cause of Christ. So we want you to consider SES and the application process. You can visit our website at ses.edu for more information. Thank you.
Providing an integrated approach to theology, philosophy, and apologetics that will equip you to proclaim the gospel, engage the culture, and defend the truth. That's SES.